Hello all. Thank you for joining the Human Libraries of Procurement podcast. We call it the Human Libraries of Procurement for three basic elements: the human connect, the libraries part, which shows wisdom and knowledge, and procurement, because we talk about procurement. We are joined today by Christina. Christina, thank you for doing this. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you. How about you?
Doing good. Thank you. So, Christina, if you can please start with your career.
Okay, so first, I want to say that I come from Lebanon. I'm Lebanese. And in Lebanon, I come from Beirut, the capital. And there we speak three languages, mainly the native language, which is Arabic. And since we are bilingual also, I speak French, same as Arabic, and definitely English. Actually, I graduated as English literature bachelor. So during the last year, I got a job as a translator in a marine lawyer firm. And this is how I started the shipping passion, I would say. So I was into the legal things and the translations. And during my university years, I had a passion for translations and for languages. And I called it human translator because even if you put any text or paragraph for the Google, we need to have the human touch. And this is how I started my career. So after that, I got the knowledge of the shipping terminology, the legal terminology, and the we were going into cases. So that lawyer is a P&I correspondent, which means that they are the eye and ear of the P&I clubs and members. So that was a good start for me. And since then I had the passion. So passion is one crucial point for me during my whole career and during my everyday activities. So if I don't have passion and enthusiasm, I will not, perform well.
Right.
So after that, I moved to another thing, which is the ship owner. They were small, but I got also the knowledge of the disbursement accounts and all the having the contact to the captain, and I was fascinated by this. I love to do the contacts with the crew. And I had then to move to Lebanon back because I was studying in Syria. So then after started my real career with the shipping agency. So I was a line coordinator, and we were agents for NVOCC, means non-vessel container carrier. So we were representing the principles, the Italian principles in the Mediterranean. So I was involved in the liner market. The liner market is like regular market, which has sailing schedules, and which was very different from the later states that I did in procurement. So at that time, I was handling the container control. I was a container controller, and I was coordinating with the BCTC, the container consortium in Lebanon. So I was monitoring the gate in, gate out of the container, the status of the container, and I was just giving credit to the consortium and the people on yard to know the status of the containers. I was also doing the export of empty containers on the bay plans. That was, I was comparing the cargo manifesto, the bill of lading, and the bookings, doing indoor sales. So that was for me like I was doing not a job, I was doing my passion.
I have 2 minutes of disclaimer that I have to say. That we are here on our own capacities, personal capacities, and we are not representing any company. And the second one is that if you have any questions, please put them on the chat. I would be very happy to read it out, and then Christina can answer them accordingly. So, and it's pretty interesting, this shipping industry,
Very interesting, yeah.
right? Yeah. And do you think that it is very hectic or very demanding on that shipping industry, or how do you see it?
I never thought or felt that it's hectic or demanding. I thought that I was waiting, not waiting, I was working extra hours without feeling that. And at that time, I was pregnant in my 7th month, and I had a course to do the FIATA. It's the International Freight Forwarding from Switzerland. It is a recognized certificate in freight forwarding.
Right.
So I was waiting for that, and I was in my 7th month, and I had to wait 2 hours after my work and then join. So it was at 8 p.m. after my work. So I started that, but then I got early contractions, so I stopped, and then I called the doctor, please call me back when you do the 2nd session, and I did it. So I got the diploma.
Right.
Yeah.
So the interesting part is that you know languages, and then you know terms of shipping industry and all that. So there's a lot of knowledge there. There's a lot of things that you have to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite a journey you've been
Yes,
through.
because when I started my journey in Lebanon in the shipping agency, this is how I started. I told them I know the abbreviations and I love the abbreviations. And this is the basis of my interview with them at that time.
Right.
And then when I joined my company there, I had a colleague who had the SOLAS. So I started reading in the SOLAS. I was fascinated by the regulations of the shipping and the international regulations. So yeah, and how I moved to the second company. So first, I would say that I wasn't trusted by my manager because he was always out to see the clients. So I was left alone handling all things. And in in the liner market, you need to advise the client what type of the container to use, and so I had cases for like flat tracks. It's not a dry van; it's a flat track. So what is a flat track?
Right.
Flat track used for? I had to transport a yacht or a prefabricated house for UN, who were in the south of Lebanon. So we have these special cases which are very interesting to learn from. So during that time also, I was talking to the chartering manager. I was very curious. The second point I put in the banner is curiosity, because you need to be curious to learn. You cannot just perform your tasks and that's it. You need to be out of the box to learn more and to develop your career.
Right. So you already said that you were associated with the legal terms for shipping industry.
Yeah.
You also covered for the insurance coverage and the international regulations, right? How is that?
Things like because as a shipping agent, we deal only with the containers, with the demurrage. I used to calculate demurrage also. And the indoor sales bookings for the Mediterranean and the Beirut, and I was covering all Italy from north to south, Ancona, Giotauro, Venice, Milano, and I used to do the LCL groupage means and the consolidations, plus the FCL shipments. But when I moved to my other company, I was in the tramp market. The tramp market is not like the liner market. It is irregular. It depends on the voyages and the charters. So this is where I perform the management and owning activities. So being an owner or manager, we needed to secure the insurance coverages. So when we talk about insurance, it's split into two types. First, we have the P&I insurance, and we have the hull and machinery. The P&I insurance is protection and indemnity insurance, which covers the crew and the cargo, basically, and the hull and machinery, it covers the hull and machinery, the ship.
Right.
as a help. So we used to deal with a broker who was securing us the policies, and we were paying the premium and getting the coverage. It depended on the the limit and the voyages. So that was one point. I used to also to have the calculations on that premiums. Always coordinate with the accounting. Yeah, I was coordinating with the accounting, and for that. Then I was also handling the ship certificates, all related to the ISPS, to the IOPP, to the the safety and ISM, and and I was also in my first year there. I was doing the manning of the crew, like the employments of the crew, checking the STCW of them, the certificates, and this is how I started the connection with them. So then I did my diploma in marine purchasing and supply with IMPA to learn more, to know more about this thing, because I was in charge now of the procurement of anything related with the ship. Right. So we used to have handy-size 24K ships and 45K ships. So it was a huge tonnage. We used to have the largest tonnage in the Middle East.
Right. It's a fascinating industry. I can go on with shipping for a long time, because I mean, you are telling me, but I'm learning. I've never worked in shipping in that sense. But before we move on a little more into details, I have a few comments here. The first one is from Alex. Alex says, freight forwarding suffers huge swing in volumes and profitability. These swings have become more frequent recently with COVID, Ukraine-Russia war, Suez Canal, whatever that mishap happened, and more recently with tariffs and all. How do you manage these huge volume shift in shipping industry?
Yeah, actually, there were disruptions throughout the years, and there was one, the blockage of the Suez Canal in 2021 by the I forgot the name, but it is an evergreen ship. So it blocked the canal by 6 days, and it created a huge losses to the industry and to the all the ship owners. And another one for the Red Sea, which happened 2024. Right. So also because of the Houthi issue. So the ships needed to be, if they don't want to delay more, they used to do the Cape of Good Hope. So that would take them more 10 days and definitely extra freight. And the freight then, if I'm not mistaken, has increased by 300%. Oh. So in this case, the high value and the critical cargoes would aim for another solution. There's always a solution in the business. So they looked for the freight, and the freight was something there in that time. Going back to the COVID issue, it created lots of to all the industries, not only I would say to the air freight, but to all industries. But there's always solutions in the shipping, in the business.
Right. Yeah. And I have another comment here from Harold. He says, lots of tech innovation in that space, both shipping and translations. What are your views on innovation in this space, like pushing the human factor more and more to the outside? So there are a lot of innovations that are going on, translation as well as shipping. We're pushing from human to the machine kind of thing. Yeah. What are your views? And do you think the human touch will continue, or how?
We cannot push the human outside because the AI, this is my opinion, the AI is just a tool for us. And if you want to maintain sustainability or to work on sustainability, we need to work on the social sustainability, which is the human touch.
Right.
And to have the AI and ChatGPT as tools. So we are the masters, not them. And regarding the human touch, I have later things to say.
Right. We talked about safety as well, and of course, insurance is a part of safety. But on the safety part, what are your views on safety?
Yeah, I can say that as a mother, my safety mindset enforced more and more. And then we got this blast of Beirut 2020, Beirut port.
Oh.
So that increased my safety thinking also. And, there's always something to say about safety. I work actually now in a plant in Jafsa, Jabal Ali Free Zone. So this is in itself a high-risk area, surrounded by all the gases and the factories. And we need to be safe. Not only the one operating the machine. Every one of us need to be in a safe place. And safety, it's not only about the explosion or fire or something. It is about the culture, the mindset.
Right.
I used one day an observation that we always hit the same thing. There's errors, human errors, Right. But what about this person understanding the regulations, the rules, or he's just, his mind is stick and he is unable to understand or to grasp all this information, especially if he's not a native speaker of English.
Right.
So my observation was to implement the English as a language, because this is how I was thinking when I was working with the crew. We had this familiarization on board. So even if he has an accident or something, can he report that in a very confident way?
Right.
So yeah, that was so for me. Safety is a culture and an understanding of the basics.
Right, and it also emphasizes that human touch that you were talking about, right? In the translation or anything else, these are the things that only the human touch can bring. Otherwise, just translation is not going to work for this kind of mindset change or things that have a bigger impact. That's a great point as well. So moving on from logistics or shipping, what has been your experience in procurement?
Okay, so as I told you, I did the IMBA diploma in marine purchasing and supply. So from that, I had the knowledge in vendor management, the supplier relationships, the purchasing strategies, and that helped me a lot in my work. So I developed my work. The streamline was easier for me, and I was handling the whole process. At that time, we bought the ISA books, the ISA catalogs, which is issued by the IMPA. And I was working also on ShipServe. This is a platform connecting suppliers with the customers. So working on the ISA catalog is it was very easy for me to identify the item. And this is the common language between me and the vendor. And I was doing all the purchases for the bulk carriers and the handysize, from bunker fuel, which sometimes the order was reaching the 400,000 per fixture.
Right.
That was the beautiful thing, because when I was throwing the RFQ, I need to fix it in 1 hour. And all the brokers were calling me from Greece and Turkey. Yeah, that was nice. We used to work on the technical thing, like the flashpoint, viscosity, all these things. So I learned from my manager how to be like very careful in specs and very picky and very professional. He was very professional, and he trusted me a lot because he was traveling all the time, and I was left alone in the office. So I was handling everything in his absence. So trust. I want to talk about trust.
Yes.
Trust and respect for me are interrelated. So I cannot identify which come first, but I can say that they are red lines for me. When there's no trust, or when the trust breaks, it will, spoil everything. So trust at the workplace is very important because this is how we build relations.
Yep. I think one of the key metrics that we don't measure it much, but one of the key metrics for any leadership role, especially the leadership's role, should be trust. How much people can trust you. That should be a major factor for deciding any leader. But tell me about this RFP process for the brokers. How many questions, or how long these processes used to be, and
for the bunker fuel, we used to have 2 ships or 2 fixtures in a month. So we used to specify the specifications for the bunker we need to take. And there's the IFO and there's the gas oil. So we used to specify this and send it for the in the market. And because there's a high competition in this market, so they were just like pushing us to get the fixture. And the bunker indications are moving fast, so I had to fix it maximum in 1 hour.
Oh, right.
So that was the most challenging fixture for me. Other than that, I had the lubrication. So we used to have the Castrol on our ships, and then we moved to Chevron. We had a whole study, to shift. We cannot shift like that. So we made the whole study. We cannot move or change oil for the machines. So yes, and other things I used to buy also the safety items, and we used to do the dry docks for the ship. So I was buying the paints for the whole dry dock. So that is in itself, the dry dock in itself is study. There was a lot of knowledge, and I was dealing with the class at that time. The flags to register our ships.
Right.
So.
We touched on oil and gas. You did procurement for oil and gas industry. Tell us a little bit more about oil and gas and what is unique about oil and gas industry.
In oil and gas industry, actually, I do the non-stock items. So also this is hectic because you cannot stock any item. You need to buy only the one on demand. But these are the low value items. However, they are almost 80% of the purchases.
Right.
So yeah, I have a good job to do. Right. And if I take it, what is different from the shipping purchases? It has the same in common, like MRO, if I can say.
Right.
But on the other side, we have the quality, we have the gauges, we have the drilling toolings, which are I don't see it in the shipping industry. In the shipping industry, we have the anodes, we have the anchor chains, etc. We don't see it in the oil and gas.
Yeah. So that 80-20 rule is there, right? That Pareto rule, that applies a lot. You have the whole low dollar purchases, which constitutes like 80% of your buying and all that. So
Yeah.
that is another way of seeing it as well. Any success stories that you would like to share?
Actually, as I told you, I had a lot of curiosity, and if I have a case, I will not tackle it in a normal way. I need to raise concerns every time, and I'm skeptical first about myself. So I had one time when I was working as a freight forwarder, I had soybean cargo.
Okay.
So I thought that I received a request for 20-feet container, but I thought that it needs to be ventilated container.
Right.
So I challenged. I had the challenge to find out who's selling this, and I found one shipping line,
right,
which was happening. Another thing also, I had a request for wire ropes, and I thought that the safe working load is not conforming to the cargo. So I thought also that I need to investigate about that, and I talked to the master, and we agreed on a certain specification. We went to the ISA catalog, and we moved to another supplier at that time. There's always challenges. I challenge myself before challenging other things or others.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a hypothetical question from Alex. Now, Alex says, will shipping be captain and crewless in the future without a captain or crew?
No, actually, they did the blockchain and they did the automation, but especially in the shipping industry, the shipping industry is like in itself is, I don't know if I can say it's majestic.
Right.
It is ancient, and I don't see it as automated. And now, if I can talk about the human element, the human element is very important because we cannot replace eye contact or the speech, the voice, all these untouchable things that contribute to the business, to the success of the business. You cannot replace it by machines.
Right. Is there a possibility that it can be remotely piloted? Like somebody, like I'm sitting at my home and I'm controlling the ship. Again, hypothetical question, but is it a possibility?
It can happen, but it needs the human control.
Right. Now, when it happens, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk again.
You have been a student, so you touched on that in the starting as well, when you were learning the marine language and all terms. And you are also a student of SIPS right now. So tell us about your experience as a student. Is it how hard is it to continue working and studying together?
Yeah. Actually, when I registered for SIPS, it was years back, but I had an ID Estonia, so I couldn't complete it. It was back in 2016. And now I can feel that I'm more ready to do it. That is. And I'm doing that now with lean procurement, with Colin and Nishant. So
yes.
I hope that I would complete it at the right time.
Right.
And thanks for that.
Yes, I did talk to Nishant and Colin, but as a student, you see, I mean, has it helped you in?
As a professional, we cannot go with SIPS exams like this. We need to go to go into the material very well and tackle it and get the assistance of the institute to know how to respond to the questions. Because there are some tricks and tricky words and knowledge it gives. It's very nice. I went through also the inventory and the warehousing module. It's very interesting because I like logistics, so I liked it. And the supplier relationships also. It is interesting.
Yeah, warehousing is also very interesting in that sense.
Yeah, I've been to a warehouse in Dubai, so it was like I'm going, I'm going to a very nice place for the warehouse. But I like to see it. It was in DMC.
Right.
It is, it's a cool place. I love the big ships, the big, machines, the crankshaft, all these spare parts.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Because I worked for 14 years in the technical, I was technical assistant for my manager. So also this technical thing fascinates me.
And what I was saying was that safety plays a big role in warehousing, right? Because one thing goes wrong and the entire thing goes south.
You need to have a helmet and you need to be cautious. And there are some places that you cannot access. There are guards, the safety guards, these bars, the metal bars, and I like the pallets.
Right. Yeah.
All the packaging things.
Right. It's a very organized kind of place that I find.
Yeah, a lot.
That's one place which is getting automated, especially if you see the big e-commerce warehousing. Quite fascinating. Wanted to touch on negotiation as well. One of the things that we do is negotiations for procurement. What are your general views as to how do you do negotiation?
Okay, first I would say we need to have the knowledge. We need to know what is the product we will negotiate about. What is the price? We need to have this in order not to be fooled or in order to maintain the conversation, in order to convince. So we need to have the knowledge first. Second, we need to communicate. And I would say we need to listen also. First, we need to listen before we need to speak, because we need to know the person and to understand his demand. And the last thing is, in order to have negotiations, we need to see people. So going to events and taking maybe the vendor to a place to talk, other than the phone. The phone would not help us. So, or the email. So we need to see with the eyes and hear and feel.
Virtual negotiations are painful. But you have also seen negotiations between multiple regions or multiple countries. How different is negotiation from one country to another country that you have seen?
Actually, I worked first in my home country. I worked in Syria, and then I worked with Italian people, and then I worked with Czech people, and then with Egyptian, and then later I worked with Greek and Turkish. So I love this. I started just taking notes of languages since I was 6 years old. My first words were Korean. So I love languages, and that's also because I sing. So I love to learn languages and to sing languages. So I love the culture. I love the cultures, and I feel that this gives me more the human thinking and I feel that we need to be human more, to just to give the human his right. Like I think maybe of the machine, of the preventive maintenance for a machine, but why I don't think of a preventive maintenance for a human.
Right.
Like if someone is failing or doing errors, there's something behind that. If he was performing well and now he's making errors. So we need to go to understand the human and to not to overload, because overloading people, will work on their minds and will distract their minds, will create the mental illness, which is a very, the slogans now are only slogans. I can see that, but they don't serve the purpose.
Right.
So I can say this about the crew on the ship. They are, far from their families and in very bad weather conditions. Actually, that was a topic I talked in Safety for Sea.
Right.
And I said, why we don't have a woman GPA, designated person ashore. She would be the middle between the shore and the ship. Because we need, with respect to all men, a woman is a mother and a sister. So she understands the challenges and can nurture and advise. This is why I have in mind that the AI would not serve, humanity in the long run and replace the humans.
I have a comment on that singing part and language. Somebody told me once that the language sounds the sweetest when it is in a song. Any language, if you hear it in a song, it sounds very sweet. We talk about women in shipping industry. Shipping industry has limited women. Procurement is getting there. We are seeing more women participation in that. How do you see? I mean, you already talked about it, but let's get into a little more details on it. How do you see women bringing values to these industries?
Yeah, as I said, a woman would give a high value for anything that she is working in. And what about the shipping industry or the procurement? Because these two demands like negotiations and understanding of people. So you cannot just make calls with the client or the supplier. You need to interact and have this win-win relationship. Not only for interest, for hobbies. I received one CD from one supplier because he knew that I love the music. So I'm now addicted to the singer. He used his emotional intelligence, and I use my emotional intelligence also now to understand people and to be close to the suppliers and to all the people around me. And when I sing like Turkish, because I got the CD, when I sing Greek, when I sing Malayalam now, because I'm working with the Kerala people. Yeah, I'm surrounded by Kerala people. So I feel that this is very nice. I love that. And this gives me a feeling of I'm not working, like I'm enjoying my time. So music, you cannot talk about music in front of me. I would get weak.
Correct. No,
but we sang 2 songs in Onam. We did the party 2 years back.
Coming back to negotiation, what kind of tips do you think helps somebody to negotiate better?
We need to know, like, if I want to buy bunker fuel, I didn't go and take the price, or I cannot negotiate if I don't have indication prices. So I used to take indication prices from Bunker Spot, if I'm not mistaken, because that was years back. And so this is how I negotiate. I need to have an indication price or information about the product that I will buy or I will sell before going into the negotiation. And another thing is I need to bear in mind that I need to benefit, and the one I'm dealing with needs also to benefit. So it's not like I will cut his profit. Maybe he would accept it for one time, but on the long run, he will not accept that. So I need to work on the long run business.
The preparation is the main, and the win-win and the long-term relationship.
Yeah.
I think those are important things. Now, before we move on, I think we are nearing the end. If anyone has any question, please put them on the chat. We talked about AI a little bit when we were talking about the crewless ship, or warehousing being managed without humans. What do you think about AI and procurement? How?
I can say that I can use the AI just to cut the waste, because there are many wastes in our daily activities. So I can use that to cut the waste. All other activities, I prefer to do it by myself, or maybe to generate reports. Maybe if you want to generate reports, we can do that also. So and then we will have monitor the whole thing. So we would save time by AI. But there are other applications which I worked on also that require the human touch.
Right. Yeah, there are a lot of overlaps, and these overlaps will increase more and more. I think. Some bit AI, some bit human. Okay, we'll take a step back. We were talking about procurement and the values that we get. Why do you think procurement or supply chain is important for any company?
It is actually it is very important to the company, because we are not involved in the technical product when we receive the request. This is the responsibility of the requester to confirm the request before giving us that. So we are not liable for the specs, but we need to have the knowledge. We definitely need to have the knowledge, but it's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to match, after everything is clear, to match the request with the market. So this is where we go to the market and we get the related vendors whom they will provide this specific item. And then there will be the selection of the vendor.
Right.
And all this in coordination with the requester also. So and then after there will be the contract, the agreement, all this the legal aspects. The contract is with the legal aspects, and going to the orders and to the receipts.
Right.
So we are involved in this cycle, but we are not responsible of the specs. We are not responsible of the invoices, of the payments.
Right.
So this needs to be clarified, and but we are an important cycle in the procurement.
Yes.
Actually, when I was working for the ship owners, for the bulk carriers, we were doing sale and purchase, because we were selling ships and buying ships. So I was in the S&P working with the broker, and then working on the bill of sales, translating the bill of sale or the contract of the crew. So I used to do also the translation activities after my first contribution. And he was relying on me also. He was trusting me with things. So in the legal, I'm very, legal oriented.
Right. So that's nice.
I'm very, maybe this is integrity, doing things without anyone watching. Because I was left, in the office, and I was interested in the first place, and then later I was interested with the bulk carrier thing. So this also helps in the shaping the character, or maybe I'm serious in my work. Altogether, this shaped my character.
Right. The trust and respect factor, right? That we started off. Right. And one more question. Any fresher or anybody who is just starting his career, if they are listening to this, what would be your advice about supply chain or procurement as a career?
You saw from my career that it started with no plans. I didn't plan for my career. I didn't plan to be in the shipping and the procurement. It just happened like this. So I would say that follow your passion, be curious, be empathetic, work hard, give yourself time also to breathe and to have your passions and interact with your people.
Right.
So it's all about people and about loving the thing and the people around you.
Yeah. Yes, a lot of human factor is important in this career, right?
I will tell you something. When you were selling our ship, that was, I think, it's 2019. So we went to the Beirut Anchorage area, and in the middle of the sea, and we went by boat, and then we climbed the ladder and went. So when I reached there, they sang for me. The crew sang for me.
Right.
This thing. How do you feel that? It's the utmost happiness. Right. This is recognition. This is what I call recognition. And this is what I ask. I don't ask for any recognition, any other recognition. Only that would fill me with happiness.
That's a big moment, right? When everybody is like, recognizing all the effort and all that.
Yeah, especially from those people.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right. Again, this would be edited and it would be put in YouTube and it would be in the Alchemy live replays as well. So those two places, this would be put on as the recording. I think nice experience sharing. Thank you for that, Christina.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Before we end, is there anything that you would like to add? Any? I mean, the last one that you shared is pretty nice experience. Anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, I would like also one thing that one day I was sitting and I had a cover for Arabic song. It is for ships. So I received from the captain a video. He just put the picture, the video of our ship, a cover on my voice.
Right.
So that was also, that was amazing. And again, I would say something about humans. Maybe we go into challenges. Maybe sometimes we don't see. We are only stuck in our mind, and but we need to be aware that there's always light. And when I am good and I am in peace, somebody else is not. So we always need to give peace to others, because if we are aware, if we have awareness, some people cannot exert this. So we need to help them. We need to help each other to sustain our world.
Right. No, that's a great thought. And I have some comments here. Richard, Harold, and Sharon. They all say that thanks for the session. It's a great session. Thank you for
Thank you.
that, Christina, again.
Thank you so
I
much.
don't have any more questions. There's nothing in the chat. I think we can end this here. Again, thank you, Christina, for your time today. I think a lot of knowledge sharing there, a lot of good experience sharing. And thank you again. And thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Have a
I
nice
would
day,
like to
everyone.
thank you. Thank you so much for your invitation.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye then.
Bye. Bye.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye then.
Bye.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel.